What is up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, fitness, social well-being, and you guys are about to watch my intensity-focused squat, bench, and deadlift day from this past Saturday. But I want to start the video off with a voiceover, just explain to you what my current mobility and movement prep works look like. So, with these wall squat holds, guys, what I'm basically doing is focusing on trying to align my pelvis and then just getting everything kind of primed as far as my lower body. So, really pushing into the ground with my big toe, pinky toe, and heel, so I can feel that pressure in my quads, my hips, my glutes, keeping my lower back nice and flat against the wall, and really just trying to get everything prepped for squatting essentially. And this just feels really good and gets me to feel really nice and opened up, which is excellent. So I like starting off with this. Then after that, I go into what you guys have seen me do plenty of times. This is the banded hip flexion and rotation drill. And I've actually gotten a lot better at this. Before, it was so hard for me to get this low while still maintaining any form of neutrality in my lower back, but I'm able to do so pretty easily now. So it's pretty much just like hinging at the hips, just like you would for an RDL, and then just trying to maintain as much back neutrality as you can. You'll feel it's a lot in the glutes and the hamstring, and then right after that, I go right into the hip rotation, just getting nice and open. And like I said, this is nothing new that you guys haven't seen before, but you'll notice that it comes a lot easier to me now. I don't feel as stiff when I'm trying to get into these positions, so it's nice to know that my mobility has improved greatly over this past year with Brendan from doing this so much. So then after that, I'm doing this, which a lot of you have probably seen before. It's called the world's greatest stretch. I didn't actually know that was the name of it, which is ironic because I definitely don't think it's the world's greatest stretch. But it is really good for just helping with thoracic rotation as well as just overall hip rotation, things that we don't really do a lot in powerlifting, and kind of like what I've explained to you guys before, when it comes to not just mobility drills, but doing movements that are like the opposite of what we do all the time helps to, like, you know, keep that balance, keep that health, keep that stability in our body. So that's what I'm focused on with that, is just overall rotation. Now right here, guys, this is a row with reach, and this is actually going to be a weighted movement on my Sunday workout. But for my mobility and movement prep, it's just something I do to kind of warm up. I'm focusing on really getting, like, not just proper retraction, but protraction. So I'm really trying to protract hard when I'm doing the reach part. And along with that, I'm just, once again, getting more of that T-spine rotation, or that thoracic rotation, because that's really like something that, like, once again, we just don't do a lot of in powerlifting. We do a lot of, like, you know, externally rotating the shoulders, extension, things like that, but we don't cue a whole lot of, like, just twisting motions at all, because we don't have a need for in powerlifting. So this felt really good to do. And then after that, I have hip airplanes. What I'm trying to focus on with this, guys, is just using my glutes to really keep myself stable. So I'm hinging at the hips like I would with the Romanian deadlift, trying to keep that back leg straight, and then trying to twist open and kind of open up my hips, which just gives me a little bit more glute activation. I'm really not good at these. This is my first time doing them, so I'm trying to get better at them. But over time, what you want to do, which I'm trying to just show you guys here, I didn't bother trying to show the actual, like, you know, rotation part, but get to the point where you don't have to hold on to anything, and you kind of can just stabilize yourself on one leg with your glute by itself. So definitely a work in progress. It's something I'm looking forward to getting better at. And then after this is something I love, guys. So what I'm doing here is behind the neck PVC pipe pull down, like lying down. So I'm trying to, like, you know, keep my torso nice and flat. I elevate my shoulders. Then I'm trying to make sure I properly depress and elevate my scapula. So depress and then elevate. Elevating is definitely something to work on a little bit more. I'm actually really good at doing the lat pull down machines, but I didn't elevate on this as much as what I could have. But this felt really good for kind of getting my scapula just nice and primed and getting some extra depression work in. So really enjoyed that. And then the last thing, which isn't so much like a new thing, but just something I want to show you guys once again, is like the side planks. So right now with this, I'm showing you the easier version, and then in the next clip, you'll see me kind of showing you the harder version. But the purpose is still the same, just really trying to squeeze my hips through, focus on getting that nice squeeze in my glute med. And with this harder version, I'm also just focusing on reaching upward and really opening up. And then to finish off, guys, it's just the usuals that you guys have seen me do for my upper body. Just band work to get everything moving and flowing. Sometimes I'll do this in addition with some push-ups as well. Just like to get some good blood flow, make sure that my shoulders aren't feeling like too stiff. But that, you know, but with this dynamic band work, it's like, you know, to me, I like doing this more than maybe like a bunch of static holds for my upper body, because I don't want to feel too loose before I'm getting under the bar, like squat or bench press. And that's also why with a lot of these movements, it's like, you know, rep work, so it'll be like 3 sets of 10, or if it's like a timed stretch, then it'll be like 3 sets of like 20 to 30 seconds, but never much more than that, just so I'm not getting too loose, but still able to stay tight enough for my lifting. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the voiceover. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys.
Alright guys, so today is Saturday, so it is my intensity focused squat, bench, and deadlift day. Now, since it is the off season, even though it's like, still like the heaviest day of the week, so this is the intensity day relative to my higher volume day, it's still gonna be like relatively high volume on this day because it's like a volume block as a whole. So instead of like, singles, doubles, and triples, we have stuff like sets of 4s and 5s instead predominantly, and variation work as well. But on this day, unlike the volume-based day where the variation work can be like, pretty drastically different, like a Larson press with my feet up or a sumo deadlift instead of conventional deadlift, which is my competition style, the variations I do today are going to be very similar to my comp-specific work. So for example, I have pause squats, which is very similar to a normal squat except with the pause. I'm just focusing on maintaining proper tensioning and position throughout the entire lift while being explosive coming out of the hole from that pause. And then beltless conventional deadlifts where my focus is just really getting nice and tight, maintaining a neutral back position as much as possible. And then I just have normal competition bench press. The reason there's no variation on this day is because bench press is feeling really, really healthy right now. So we're trying to like really take advantage of that, kind of catch a wave and ride it, since I wasn't able to as much as I wanted to this past prep. So kind of build up the specificity as far as that. Plus I still have Larson press on my volume-based day. My higher rep bench focus day, comp style, is tomorrow. And then I have the tempo eccentric bench press on my tertiary day, which you guys have already seen. But yeah, Victor also has pause squats today, sumo deadlifts, and then normal competition style bench. So he'll be getting in with me. So yeah, let's get to it. Enjoy the video. All right guys, so top set felt really, really good. That was like either 348 or 350, depending on if that's a kilo bar or 45-pound bar. I have to check because I'm petty and every little kilo and or pound counts. But yeah, that felt really good for my top set 4 RP6. So now I have 2 back down sets of 5 with 95% of that, so it's like 330, and then 2 back down sets of 5 with 314. And then Victor just has 4 back down sets of 5 with 314. So it's really convenient that we're doing very similar things today. Yo, my bad. I thought Victor was suffering with me. I have sets of 5. Victor has back down triples, so yeah. Let's get it, Vic. Easy work. Nice. So Victor, kind of tell them what you're doing as far as your training right now. You're just kind of trying to get your work capacity back?
Yeah, so I took some time off from training, like a good 4 or 5 months, so I'm just slowly trying to build up volume, like to where I was like back when I was training for a meet and stuff like that. So
there you go. And that's the thing, guys, like whether it's you just come off a meet or you're coming from a long period of time without training, go back into it, see where your work capacity is at, and gradually build it back up. Don't expect to take, forget a few months, even a few weeks off and jump right back where you were, because it's probably not gonna happen. All right, guys, so got through those. By that last set, obviously it's really hard for me to just try and fight the externally rotating my shoulders and keep in that extended position with my back. But all things considered, even on that last set, it looked pretty good compared to like, you know, a few months back where I would have been even more rounded over. So that's the whole point with these pause squats. It forces me to fight to maintain those positions, to really think about those cues, external rotation of my shoulders, extension of my back, which puts me in a more neutral position, just simply once again due to the fact that I'm kyphotic. But speaking of neutral backs, now I have beltless conventional deadlifts, and my main focus, I think I'm working up to like a top set of 3 at like RP 5, and I have to do it trying to pull completely neutral as I can. That's the main thing Brendan wants me focused on with these. And Victor gets to have fun just pulling sumo with a belt, so yeah. There you go. There you go, Sid. Nice. There we go. Easy. All right, guys, so I've explained this before, but with my setup, I'm not just doing it just to do it. It's not like, you know, how some deadlifters, like, they try to look really cool, they have like the ritualistic setup. What I'm pretty much doing, guys, is just properly tensioning and bracing in the best possible position. So rather than bracing at the bottom, I brace at the top. The simple way I like to explain this is, if I tell you to take a big breath, are you gonna do it standing up tall, or are you gonna bend over and try to take a big breath? And then secondly, what I'm doing is really trying just to align everything, get my rib cage set in position, squeeze my glutes just enough to get me in a less thin, a more neutral position, and then get my core as tight as possible. That's when I'm blowing the air out, and then breathing into that to pretty much like get my base. And then the reason I'm going really, really slow on the way down is because I'm really trying to properly hinge so that I can keep my back as neutral as possible, because that's the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do with these beltless deadlifts. Anyway, I have a top set at 3 at RP 5, so I think it's probably gonna be around like maybe 396 or 400 pounds, we'll see. All right, guys, so I'm stopping right there. It's not that the weight feels like an RP5, but with these beltless deadlifts, I'm going based off technical failure. I didn't keep my back quite as neutral as I wanted to. Granted, I know that even when I get my back really neutral, my erectors will pop still a little bit, but after that first rep, it was just a lot harder to like maintain that position. It's really easy for me to get in that position for the first rep, because I'm taking my time to get down there, but then unless I want to get up and reset for the second and third rep, it just doesn't look quite as good as I want. So gonna call that there for my top set of 3 and go to my back down sets of 5. Victor, having fun with the sumos. He's still working his way up. I think he's hit his top set with, you said 45, Vic? 45. 45, it's gonna fly like nothing because this man's deadlift is stupid, but anyway, yeah. All right, guys, so Victor just asked for a little bit of feedback on his sumo. Now, before that warm-up set, all of his sets were looking really, really crispy. On that one, you guys noticed that his hips came up first just a little bit. So Victor's actually a conventional puller, and he's like playing around with sumo because it feels really good to him, but he's not patient off the floor at all. He was just saying, like, I just hate waiting so long, even though like it moves really fast. To him, it feels slow off the floor. And that's normal for sumo, and that's okay, guys. Once you get into good position, once you leverage yourself, you pull that slack out of the bar, you set your hips, you have your knees in that position, you don't want that to change. You don't want your hips to shoot up first, you don't want your knees to recede in. You want to pull yourself into position, and then from that point, you're pressing through the ground and pretty much just standing up with the weight, essentially. Now, as far as like stance, stuff like that, that's gonna vary from individual to individual, but what I'm telling the folks on right now is like get that slack out, set his hips, get that back nice and tight, and then just push through the heels, because the sumo is like a push and a pull at the same time. So he's gonna redo this one more time. We're gonna see if it looks a little bit better if he takes more time off the ground. Take your time. There we go. That was better.
Love it.
Yeah. There we go, Victor. Take your time. There we go. Same thing, take your time, take your time. There you go. Nice, nice. Let it be known, my boy Vic pulls in Sperry's. That's wild to me. There we go. Yep. Yeah. Two more. Two more. There you go. Nice. All right, so this day is already would take a little bit longer. There's two of us in recordings taking echelon, so we're about to just blast through these warm-ups. So we'll see you guys on our top set and back down sets for bench press. Yep. There you go. Yeah. So, fun fact about Vic. I mean, you can't tell necessarily right now because he's just getting back into it after 5 months, but decent squat, amazing deadlift, garbage bench, trash.
I'm a customer supply chain coordinator.
Why do you look like that?
It's just like, it's super, but it's
All right, guys, so you guys saw I only got 4 on that previous set. I have one more back down set, so I know I'm not gonna get 5 with the 247 stride. I'm making a judgment call, I'm dropping it down to 236, get this last set in, get all the workload in. And then me and Victor are going home. What time we start our workout, man? Like 7:30-ish, and it's like, it's like 11 something now, man. Like we were going really, really fast, but between like recording and the build-up sets and when we got to bench, we slowed down like hard, man. Folks is tired, but anyway, about to finish strong. Transparency, guys. I'm tired. Victor, you tired?
yeah.
Alright. I was like, boy, don't you dare lie and say no. Alright, anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Just want to take you guys through this day, explain, like, why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. And the best part is I get to come in tomorrow and bench some more. Tomorrow's like another like full body style day. Like there's no accessories today, thank God, but there's some, tomorrow's like more of like a high volume bench, common bench focus with like accessory work for like all the rest of my body, so like a full body style workout. But that's pretty much it for this video. Be on the lookout for my next video, guys. I'm gonna be giving you guys information on how you can order your SBD shirt. If you guys still interested, you know, keep it simple, specific, scientific. But that's it for the video. And so I already said simple, specific, scientific. That's it. I'm done. I'm tired. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you're not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what can be better. Like the video, share, subscribe. You already know. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you later. All right, bye.